Wait, so Sora's in the afterlife? In my video about Strelitzia, I mentioned her saying that she and Sora are in a sort of afterlife. So yes, he is in an afterlife, but I think the real question this is getting at is Sora dead? But first, let's talk about what we do know and go over how Sora got himself in Quadratum. In Kingdom Hearts 3, the Guardians of Light confront the Guardians of Darkness, the real Organization 13. However, they are defeated, and quick sidebar, they're defeated very quickly. Like, all that training, all that recruiting, and they're murdered 5 minutes into the confrontation? Like, really, the real Org 13 gets to employ the help of a f***ing heartless hurricane. That's a lot more than 13 Darknesses, but sorry, I'm just kidding around. Darkness prevailed and light expired. Sora ends up in the final world, a purgatory-like world where people go when their hearts and bodies have perished but there's something holding them from death. The fairy godmother from Cinderella has the power to teleport to and from this purgatory at will, which is a fact that's completely unrelated to this video but is wacky as hell and exemplary of why I love Kingdom Hearts. The thing keeping Sora from dying is Kairi. She's using all her strength to keep Sora from fading away. After recovering his body, Sora leaves the final world and uses the power of waking to recover the hearts of all his friends who perished in the Keyblade graveyard. In the process, young Xehanort warns Sora that overusing this power could cause him to lose his heart. Then, with Kairi guiding Sora back to the realm of light, the Guardians of Light return back in time to the moment before they were defeated, this time with a little help. During the battle between lights and darks, Xehanort destroys Kairi's body and shatters her heart into pieces. Sora and friends go on to defeat Xehanort. After the battle, Sora decides to use the power of waking one more time to find Kairi and restore her body and heart. Together, they return to Destiny Islands, sharing a brief moment together before Sora disappears. Wandering the final world, Sora eventually comes across Zora. They fight in Quadratum, but we're not going to touch that right now because we don't know exactly what the purpose and outcome of this fight is, or even who or what Zora is, honestly. So, back to what we do know, in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, Sora awakens in an apartment in Quadratum. Strelitzia appears and tells Sora that he is in Quadratum, which is a sort of afterlife for the two of them. And back to the original question, is Sora dead? Honestly, we don't really know what Sora is right now, and while this isn't an answer, it's an important distinction. There have been many times throughout the 20 years of Kingdom Hearts where something in one of the games or an interview with Nomura or a trailer has been misinterpreted or taken out of context and recognized as canon. Later on, when something contradicts the misattributed facts, it's seen as a terrible retcon and people blame it on Nomura. So it's important to recognize that Sora might not be dead. We don't even really know what death entails in the Kingdom Hearts universe so far. We haven't had to deal with it all that much yet. Losing your heart doesn't exactly sound like a death. I know we can fairly confidently say that Strelitzia is dead, but Sora didn't die, he just kinda disappeared. The Kingdom Hearts universe has been referred to as reality, and Quadratum as unreality. Additionally, in Melody of Memory, Kairi and Sora's hearts were still able to reach out to each other. It doesn't really seem like this would be possible if Sora is fully dead. Perhaps Sora's repeated uses of the power of waking caused too many contradictions that the timeline of reality couldn't recognize him as existing anymore, so it threw him over to unreality. This distinction to not recognize Sora as dead quite yet is important, because it could be the difference between him being restored to reality in the future. Maybe Luxord's Joker card will come into play here. But I've started getting a little too speculative, so just know that Sora isn't necessarily dead, and let's end it here.